Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany. We are going to be talking about gastric surgery with a focus mainly on VSG surgery. If you don't know what that is vertical sleeve gastrectomy. It's also known as gastric sleeve. So what that is it's a surgery where your surgeon will remove 75% of your stomach, leaving you a sleeve that's about the size of a banana. The reason for that, obviously it helps with weight loss by limiting the amount that you can eat at a time, limiting the production of ghrelin, which is the hormone that actually causes the hunger urge that you might get. So that it is a tool for weight loss, obviously. And I have just started my journey with this, so I wanted to share with you guys kind of what I've went through so far, and what's coming up, and hopefully help people to either make the decision on whether to have the surgery yourself or just give a little more information if you're looking for it. So I started this journey in September of 2020. I started off with a online seminar with my surgeon and surgery team. So they kind of go over all of the information of what the surgery is. They go over several different types of weight loss surgery so you can decide for yourself which one is the best. I chose the gastric sleeve, obviously. They also have a lap band and gastric bypass. There may be more out there, but those are the three that my surgeon offered. For me, I chose the gastric sleeve because it was a little less invasive than the bypass, but also it did not have where you have to leave items inside your body like the lap band does, as well as a couple other issues and reasons why I chose that one. And that is personal for each individual person. So, kind of do your research and decide what's best for you. So once you have the seminar with your doctor, for me at least, my doctor contacted me and set up a consultation in the office. You go in, they do some basic tests, your blood pressure and everything like that. They check your weight, check your height. They go over all the information of what the surgery is and everything that you need to be able to get the surgery done. So for me, they started with, I had to have blood work done. I had to have a x-ray on my stomach and chest. I had to have an EKG done, and I had to have a psych evaluation. So that sounds scary, right? And I was terrified, to be honest. I was so scared that they were going to tell me I was crazy and I couldn't have the surgery. And I think that's pretty normal, right? We all kind of worry about stuff like that, but it wasn't. I have heard of people who get denied at that point, and obviously that is for your safety, to make sure that you are able to continue on with this, because it is a lifestyle change forever. It's not you lose weight and then you can go back to whatever you're doing. This is for your life. So I tried very hard at the time that I was going to be having the psych evaluation done to find any kind of information on what they may ask me, because like I said, I was terrified. I thought I was crazy. So I wasn't able to find anything out there about what they may ask. And obviously each psychologist may be different on what they ask you, but it was so painless for me. It was a phone call because it was during the pandemic. So when they called me, they kind of just went over my reasons for wanting to have the surgery, what I had done in the past to try to lose weight and how successful I had been with that, as well as they asked, trying to think, I'm sorry, it's been a couple months. They asked about my support system. So my family, and whether or not I felt like I was supported and I had people who would help me through this. And that was really it. It was pretty quick and painless. They automatically said, yeah, I think you're a good candidate for it. So then we went on to the rest of the stuff that I had to have for my insurance to cover it. So I know that some people do have to have more tests than what I had to have. I know if you are diabetic, obviously you have to have work through that. Some people need to see a cardiologist. Some people have to do sleep studies, things like that, if you have sleep apnea. Luckily, I didn't have those issues, so I didn't have to do that. I know that my insurance did recommend a 3 to 6 month supervised diet, which I did do. So at this point, we are in June, so we are about 8 months into this, 8-9 months. So I did have a little hiccup with my insurance at one point that kind of set us back a couple months, but it is a long process, guys. It takes a while from the time that you start it to the time that you actually get to have your surgery. There's a lot of work that goes into it. That was my main thing, is so many people, when you tell them I'm going to have weight loss surgery, so they have the stigma about it. Maybe they think that you're taking an easy way out, or that you are lazy, or however they say. Please, please, please don't ever let somebody say that to you, because this is the hardest thing you're ever going to do in your life. Having the surgery isn't just you have the surgery and you lose weight and you're done. It is so much different than that. I haven't even had my surgery yet, and it has been so difficult. So in the beginning, you do your supervised diet. Some insurances may not require that, but mine did. So I had to go about monthly to my doctor just for check-ins. I would weigh in, let them know what kind of eating I'm doing, what kind of exercising I'm doing. I would see a nutritionist, keep a food diary, keep logs of everything that I eat, how many carbs are what I'm eating, how many sugars, how many calories, all of that. So you have different levels that you want to hit. So that was pretty hard, and that does help you be accountable for making sure that you're not eating the things that you may want to. You know, you might decide you want to slip up and have a cheeseburger or a brownie. For me, that is hard to do, especially when you have a family who isn't necessarily on board with eating the things that you have to eat. But that's something that you really have to be prepared for, because like I said, this is a lifetime change. So once you have the surgery, you can no longer have the things that you wanted to have before. So what I did is I immediately stopped drinking soft drinks. You can never have soft drinks again after the surgery. I know some people have them afterwards and they're fine, but for the most part, you should never have anything carbonated ever again. The carbonation will cause pain. And it will also cause your stomach to stretch back out. And that's kind of pointless after you've gone through all of this and paid all that money. You don't want to have to do that again. So I immediately switched to water. My surgeon said that I should not be drinking calories unless they are, you know, protein calories or something like that. So I do protein shakes, usually for breakfast. I really like the Premier protein. They've got a lot of different flavors, so those are good. But definitely no soft drinks, no sugary, calorie drinks at all. Juices, I don't do those, just water. And then you got to cut out sugar and carbs, which was really hard for me because I love bread and I love potatoes. So I cut back as much carbs and sugars as I can. I switched from sugar to more of a, I do the monk fruit sweetener. It's got a little bit of artificial sweetener as well as the monk fruit in it, and it's really good. I can't tell a difference. But things like that, and portion control is a big thing. So my doctor recommended that I get child-size plates, you know, the ones with the dividers, and use the largest portion for my protein, so my meats. The next largest for my vegetables. And then from there, you can have your small portions of fruits or starches. Fruits are still good for you, but obviously they're high in sugar and high in carbs, so you want to kind of limit that as well. So I've heard a lot of people who switch over and do keto, which works. It's great. That's kind of the line that I'm kind of following, but not exactly. So my nutritionist recommended that I have up to 100 carbs per day, where with keto, I think it's somewhere around 30 net carbs per day, which I don't know what that equals out to for regular carbs, but I was told that was way too low. So your body really needs those carbs to keep going, to give you your energy. But the main thing that you want to know with this is your protein. You have to get protein in. Protein and water. They want to make sure that you get at least 64 ounces of water a day. And your protein. Protein is the most important thing. It keeps you from losing your hair, which apparently can happen after surgery. Not completely, obviously, but it does start to thin and fall out, which does get better as the months go on. But in the beginning, with that major change to your body, the hormones, you can start losing hair. So you definitely want to take your proteins. You'll also be taking vitamins for the rest of your lives, guys. So you have to get used to that. We'll probably have another video one day about the kind of vitamins that I'm taking. But that's huge. You have to take those forever afterwards. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. I am scheduled for my surgery on July 19th. So just so you guys know, I started out at 318 pounds. That was my highest weight. I am 5'1", so that's pretty bad for me. So I started out at 318 when I went to the doctor the first time. I also, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you all earlier. You do have to have a scope done as well. When I was talking about all the tests that you had to done, I did have a scope done. So the day of my scope, I was at 318 pounds. With the diet that I started, the all water, the watching my carbs and sugars, and trying to eat healthier, more natural foods, home cooked stuff, not as much processed and takeout, because I was eating so much takeout, you guys. So I am now down to 293, so that's just under 30 pounds. So I'm hoping to get to that 30 pounds before I start my pre-op diet. So 2 weeks before your surgery, or at least for me, most surgeons do 2 weeks. It might be different for whoever you use. But you start a liquid pre-op diet. What that does is it's intended to shrink your liver so that your surgeon can reach your stomach better and not have to make larger incisions. So that's for 2 weeks. I am hoping to lose about 10 pounds in those 2 weeks so that I'm right at the 40-pound mark once I have my surgery. Obviously, the lower your weight when you have surgery, the better the surgery will help you, because from what I've been told, it's about standard to lose about 100 pounds with this surgery, as long as you stick with it, stick with your diet and exercise and do the things that you need to do. So that's kind of right where I'm hoping to be at my goal weight. But yeah, so I am on my way, and hopefully this vlog series that I'm starting now will help you guys to make up your own mind about whether the surgery is right for you. or at least just give you some more information if you've been thinking about it at all. So we will continue to make videos to kind of show you where I'm going, how the surgery goes, how the post-op goes, and how I do with the surgery, the before, the after, the whole journey, just to kind of see how I progress with it. Not only just for me, for my records, but to kind of let everybody else know what you can expect when you have it done. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything that you might want to know about my journey or anything I might be able to help you with, leave a comment. Make sure you like and subscribe. That way I know that you like the content and so that you can see any updated videos from here on out. So see you guys later.